first down. Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Second and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And maybe shades of the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, Jones. And Ingram holds it in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now Jones throwing on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. It's Barkley on the counter. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Flushed it, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now Roethlisberger to throw. That's into the hands of his running back, McFarland. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Now a throw here to his running back. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That's complete. It's Anthony McFarland. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game too. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Pittsburgh.
James Washington, 36 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead.
Chris Boswell on for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Kick is good.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
10-10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a first and 10. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Brought down at the 20.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Look at the big man rumble. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now 14-0.
Chris Boswell.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup of 38. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Jones. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
It's 4th down.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Got a man, Slayton. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
At the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And this one is right down the middle. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Catanzaro's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Not much there, only a yard.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
On 1st down, McFarland stays on his feet. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. They find some open field here. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Derek Watt, 69 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
Chris Boswell on.
I think the key to that play was them understanding and knowing that once the ball was out, they were still eligible to pick it up and carry it.
Yeah, there was some standing and some staring on the wrong side of the football there, wasn't there?
Yes, he has a name, he has a number, but for us, he's Johnny on the spot. And how about that rambling run all the way to the end zone with that alert play that he just made?
Taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10. As opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram, 83 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points.
Chandler Catanzaro.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
For their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
2nd and 2 at the 25-yard line.
54 is mark, 54 is mark. Check, block 54, block 54. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They do.
Here's Roethlisberger. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd and short.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Finds his tight end Ingram. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jones. He completes it to Tate. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a 4th down.
4th down and 1.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Throwing, Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game.
The score, Steelers 21, Giants 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down,
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
It's 3rd down.
The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Pittsburgh.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's McFarland. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He was brought down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
It's a gain of 6. And it's third down.
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
He's across.
It's a gain of 7. First down, Pittsburgh. They'll run on first down. McFarland, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
So still 14 yards to go, second down. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. And CD, that's the second time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
5 brings up 3rd and 1.
From the gun, Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Jones now on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Jones. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
From the gun, Jones. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants have taken the lead.
For the extra point.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Giants 24, Steelers 21.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football. Knowing full well, he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And it's 3rd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
First down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. He'll get this one to McFarland out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the give, this is McFarland. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Brought down at the 20-yard line. A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. It was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone, possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. They keep it with Barkley on first down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
The Steelers.
But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
First and goal.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Anthony McFarland with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again. Here we go again. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Out of of the shotgun. They run with Barkley. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 39 yards there, a big one.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Flush to his right, and that is incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
1st and 10 at the...
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Steelers.
2nd down and 3. Another try for Barkley, and he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. A 3-yard touchdown run, and the Giants are once again going to retake the lead. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination, and they got it done on the 2nd try.
Now Captain's arrow after the touchdown to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a give right side. McFarland, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They go play action with Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the Giants' 37-yard line.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Johnson.
Give him 30 yards there.
At the 7.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Again, it's Roethlisberger being chased out left to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. To throw again is Roethlisberger. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Good. Makes the score Steelers 35, Giants 31. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. A handoff to Barkley. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Again, it's Barkley. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. It's caught. Shepard. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 31, Jones. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards, the final tally. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions, 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens.
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton there to make the grab. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the 4th. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
Complete to Jalen Samuels.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
The turnover on downs.
On first down, Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run on first down. McFarland. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Roethlisberger to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jones. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. I'll tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there, first down.
And the Steeler first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to throw. And this one is incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's third down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10. I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one goes for 30 yards. The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's 1st and goal. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The keeper. Thrown away and incomplete. It's now 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line.
2nd down and 8. Now it's Roethlisberger. Now they set up a screen for McFarland. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Roethlisberger. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Their own 31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Mika Fitzpatrick. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Steelers, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.